Welcome, my friends. Welcome to your questions. And if you have no questions, just see what is this no questions. And if you have no questions and no questions, then where are you? You see, you can be only in your own self. When I say self, I hope you understand it is what cannot be caught by any experience or state or presentation of the mind. It is what you are. Yes.
I understand that I am the screen on which the movie is played.
Yeah, that's an understanding, it's true.
Yeah. So my question is, does the movie start with I?
No, the answer would be remove your understanding. Then who are you? Who are you? Do you need then from here to ask your question? Okay. Anything you will utter, you see, anything you will utter is all, it's an expression, it's already something out into the movement of the mind. It is an object, it is owned by I. So what you are will not be in the realm of changes, will not be in the realm of descriptions. So, whenever an understanding can be dropped, you are what was there before, during the understanding, and when the understanding fades away. You see? Yes, you are that. Yeah.
And in the meantime, it's a beautiful song. It's an amazing richness of sound that the wind blows through all these different bamboo flutes. That's what I have to say.
That is the life, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the life. It's
Life, and this vision will be different for everybody.
Yes.
Yes.
May it be different for everybody.
Yes.
I like mine right now very much.
It's a vision. It's a vision. It's what you made your life up to that, because it is according to your temperament. Now know that it is a vision. Huh? Know that it is, your life becomes like that. Who you are, it comes from there. I guess there is no more question left after this morning. So I'm very happy about that. So, but that also will not do to have no questions. If you believe that no questions means who I am.
I have a question.
Ganga, I have a question about, I said to you, I compare Carl with you. And obviously I have a preference for you. And you just said you just don't know how to take it.
I don't know how to take it?
Yes, but
yes,
don't.
it's clear you have a preference.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, now what?
But to realize who you are, you see, it's to allow yourself for a split second not to have any preference. There is a famous text, the great way is not difficult for those who have no preferences, for those who are not attached to preferences. I still prefer. Because this body, mind, this personality, of course, it is full of preferences. I prefer coffee, and I prefer men than women, and whatnot. But is it about that? No. It is to know, to realize what the wise point out. What is it? So, for that, they say, no preference. Don't keep any attachment to any preference for a split second. Where are you left? What's there? Without catching the mind who wants to own anything, everything. Where are you left? No, don't be busy with that, because then you miss it, you know. Tell me where you are left. And tell me without catching whatever the mind will tell. No problem with preferences. Really not. Otherwise, you see, you are still busy with the life, what is presented, the appearance. You may think that there is a more real life if it is not mundane, more real life if there are satsang in the life. Yeah, in the movie, in the dream, it's true that in satsang, there is pointers to something else than only the movie. It is there that they say, all this is a movie. Your mind creates the movie. I, who has a mind, creates the movie. I, the one who is born, who thinks is the body, mind creates the movie. Yeah? But it's still about the movie. So, who are you? You cannot be the movie because you see it. I am that even when the movie stops. Because I see it stops. There is no movie now. There is no question. There is no mind. Will you confuse yourself for no mind, no question, no movie? Then you will speak, oh, there is a screen. Oh, there is awareness. Then still it is in the movie. So you are that from where all those ideas come from. And that's always there. You are stuck where?
Well, obviously on you, on your form, then
On the preference. Why? That preference tells you, just for a moment, don't go along the preferences. Don't follow that movement of the mind. Just for a moment. Because after all, if you love me, it's because, not only because of what I appear, it's because you came to satsang. It was not especially for me. So it is for the indication. And the indication tells you, don't go for a moment, maybe enough, with your movement of the mind. Are you not there? What happens? I am not there the way the mind always told me. Yet I am there. No, you prefer the preference. That's how you see you can miss, you can meet, let's say, someone who could finally remove your illusions, but you don't care much about what he says because you love so much the one who tells those tales. And then what? When it dies, where are you? Again, you will have to run to love, to have a preference with somebody else. Be careful. Huh? The life of a seeker is very attractive also, you know, it's a style of life. But do you want that? Or if you want that, okay, no problem. But is it really that you want? So at some point you have to take what it said, no? Some point. Ooh. It's a good boat. Voilà.
This morning, Carl told me that freedom. It's what I heard. Freedom is letting go of the idea that things should be different, and letting go of the idea that I can control and it should be in a way that I think it should
He
be.
replied to you very well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
And that even surrender is another way of controlling, because I surrender and then somehow something should happen that. But I cannot let go of this idea that it should be different. I want it to be different. I want everything, the whole thing should be different.
But that is your pride.
Yes, but how
But
can
you
I-
like it.
No.
So, yeah, you say, I want, I like, it's you.
But I know it's stupid, I shouldn't. But I don't know, it's just, everything feels so wrong. I cannot accept it. I
But
don't
you
know
are
how-
wrong also.
Yes, the whole thing.
Okay.
All of it.
It's because you are wrong that everything goes wrong. I don't see things like that.
So,
And it is not coming because I'm right. It's because finally I am out of this right and wrong. In the contrary, wow, what a perfection. Even the imperfection is just perfect. And this is the expression of what you are. Without objectifying it, it's amazing. When will you like this? Because if you cherish your idea, it should not be there, it's so wrong, how can it be? Then you don't leave a space, a chance, maybe to just not listen to your mind, how it should be. It doesn't work with your way. No? Okay. So you have to try a bit more. Yeah, you can. Because you see, it's really when you are absolutely helpless and hopeless. Then only you may hear, if I don't hear something new, I kill myself. Yeah, when you are in such a state of despair, and then suddenly you hear something. If it is that you want, you hear something. But it will be the same as I tell you now. But you will hear it differently. You will hear with this tremendous need of fathomness. Oh, there's something there. So try a bit more in your way. Welcome, always welcome. The mind is so proud and arrogant, you see. It thinks, it knows how it has to be. And if he doesn't know that he will get an experience or an answer where he will know. The mind. You see, the mind comes from there and disappears there. He will know only about this world, this appearance, these personal things, this life, experiences, senses, concepts. And we say it surrenders when the mind surrenders, but for that the mind has to be hopeless, helpless, completely exhausted, and still has a little drop of energy to say, please help. And then it dies there. And what is left, that's it.
Ganga, each time you say, you ask, if you have no question, try to see if there is another question or something to say.
Yeah.
And I'm looking each time you say that. And I say, I don't find anything to ask. But out of love for
But why
you,
do you look?
because
If I
ask
tell
me,
you to look,
ask.
yeah, but
Because you
if you have the authority of your own self, you will not listen to me. Still, you may come because you like it, but you will not listen to me. I'm no more concerned. So that was a good question. Yes, yes, please.
I try now also the method you with this who am I, and somehow I have the feeling it stops somewhere. I cannot go further, but the place where it stops is still like presence in the back. It's not. It's still duality, but from there I don't know how to go on, and I don't know whether.
So don't go anywhere, don't take the method, and what happens? Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere with no method. What happens?
Then it's more the whole. It's no more.
Again, no, because whole, because you thought before it was small, so still the mind speaks. I say don't go anywhere, don't go to all. You see, it's very important to spot the mind. Otherwise, you will swallow. Maybe you don't swallow 99% of the mind, but 1% you will swallow because it looks so good or it looks so true and so confirmed by whatever I read. You have not to listen, you have not even to go to any movement of the mind. What happens? And then, wherever you go after that doesn't matter. It is just what appears. There is nothing real there. So it doesn't matter. If I go to small and then to all, if I go to noise or to silence, I will not confuse myself for anything. But you have to allow that split second in yourself. How not to follow the movement of the mind for a while, not even telling, oh no, I am no mind, too late, again you are in the descriptive world. En français? Allez, en français. Tu veux traduire, Shiva? Tu veux traduire?
Yeah, I can speak. You said that you cannot choose, you cannot prefer someone, but you had to choose a master. You prefer this master. You prefer this master.
It was a choice. I could not do otherwise, I guess. Okay, there is an exception then. Some people, they may not need a master, but most of us, we need help. And then we go to those who look like speaking of what one is thirsty for. You see? So I would say, yeah, you can say it's a choice. About that, it's a choice. Cannot do differently also. So who cares? Just do it. Or don't, if you don't need. Yeah.
I don't understand how I can accept suffering. Because if I look, whenever I go in my mind, it's because I suffer, I see something, someone suffering, or I suffer, and I think it's unacceptable, and I try to find ways out of the
Then
feeling.
ask who is suffering. Who is suffering? I don't tell you to accept.
No.
I don't tell you to reject. But who is suffering?
But I
Okay.
is always here.
I. It's not always here. When you sleep, it is not there.
I don't know it.
Yeah, okay. But it's not always here. And when you are in, do you know any moment in your life of great happiness or joy, or even if it was with the nature or whatever? Yes. There was no I there, that's why you were so happy. I is impermanent. It looks continuous because this world is based on I. Actually, I is a thought. I is a thought. It's impermanent. It is the root of all this, so it looks like continuous. It is impermanent. So, if you ask, who am I? Or if simply you see that, where are you left when I doesn't show up? You cannot know it, because you will never know it, because it's what you are. But the mind who wants to own everything doesn't find any value on that, because he is fed with things, with happenings, experiences. So it is in satsang that you have to hear, this is most valuable, most precious. Because then, you know very well, you suddenly see that everything else is of the realm of coming and going, not real. So, don't go further with the movement of the mind, which draws those conclusions, it is unacceptable and this and that. Just ask quickly, who is suffering? Who sees the suffering? And keep quiet where the question quietens. And know, even if you don't know now, you hear, no, it is most valuable. It will not be seen by the mind. It will be realized. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Ganga, you were talking before about preference, but My experience was when I was completely desperate and hopeless.
Yeah.
There was something drawing me like a compulsion, even though I didn't really want a teacher or guru, but I was drawn.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that a little bit?
But you speak well about it. What else can I say? I said also, you cannot really say it's a choice. It's beyond your capacity of choosing. So, and then what? What happened?
I met Papaji.
Yeah. And it was enough? So Papaji was not in his form. That made it enough. You met him, but what he expressed must have touched you, that it was not his form. You didn't meet only his form, otherwise you would be still in a mess. Mm-hmm.
I went to him knowing that nothing I had done before had ever worked.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And what worked? What worked?
His constantly chopping off any notion or ideation or mental structure that I had, anything I thought I was, anything I thought I wasn't.
Okay.
All of it.
So it is about chopping concepts.
And the willingness to be chopped.
The what?
The willingness to be
The
chopped.
willing. Yeah, because it is not needed, but we think it's needed. It's like when you ask help, it's because you believe strongly that you are ignorant. Then you want to not to be ignorant anymore. You want to, but the first mistake is to believe that you are ignorant. The first mistake is to believe I need that you cut my head. It has nothing to do with the head. Head, no head, that is about the apparent world. Only hand can run a bit without head. That's true. I have seen that. It's very impressive. It's not about head, it's not about chopping, it's not about ignorance, it's not about freedom, yet it's called free yourself. Free yourself from what you think is real. Free yourself from the tyranny of the mind, which brings you this way and then to the opposite that way, and then you believe this is more real because it's more appealing, more peaceful, or more light, or more whatever. This can still happen, but don't confuse what you are for those states. That's all what I mean. Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
At the risk of sounding very, very stupid, I've been debating and struggling with this who am I for 20 years.
Oh my God.
One teacher after another.
So it's not a good way, huh?
So, rationally, I know that I'm not who I think I am. Okay, I've accepted that. I'm not who I think I am. I know I'm something else. And this is the personality that I have in this life, and this is the body that's given to me in this life. So when I ask who am I, and then I go through, okay, who's asking? I know it's not me. You know, we all know that it's not me. It's that, probably. And then I stop. So how can I evolve?
But all this is still in the journey of the seeker, you see. You found something in the journey of a seeker.
Yes, but I stop at who am I, and then I know I am not what I think I am, and then I stop.
Mm. Yeah, you stop in the movie. The stop is still in the movie. It is the life of a seeker who suddenly stops because he found something, or even the stop itself is the finding. This still in the movie.
Okay. So what am I supposed to do? I said
No, know that. Try to hear what I tell you. It is enough. Mm-hmm. All this and the finding or the stop is still in the movement of the mind. It's still in the life of I as a seeker, as somebody. I see that. Oh, I discovered that just now. So I am not in it to be able to see that. I am that which allows this seeing. And that's over. What? You are not happy? What? Why?
it's because I didn't understand. Like that knows that it's there.
But what? What knows it's there? Must be I, no?
Yes.
I knows it.
There is I and there is the that. There is the
No,
I.
no. When there is that, there is only that.
Okay.
Date. That. You don't date with I. There is only that.
Okay.
And if there is still I, it means it is I who created that state of that. So of course it's still there. It's a product of I.
Okay.
Because of so many search and this and that and whatnot with efforts.
Yes.
You see?
Yes.
It's not yet it. It is the movie of a seeker who found a stop.
Okay. So what's the next move?
No move. No more move. I told you, but you don't hear. Maybe you will
Sorry.
hear now. From where you understand this? You understand what I say?
Yeah.
Okay. The understanding is seen.
Yes.
So from where you see it, you are that.
Okay.
And it's over. Otherwise, you again step into the movie, into the dream of the self.
Thank you very much.
Hmm?
Thank you. I see that I
What? I see that I am still in the movie.
I see there's a movie playing. And yeah.
Okay? Okay? You see it. And what does it mean, a movie? Tell me now. How you would express an event of the movie?
I guess there's an event now.
Hmm?
There's an event now that caused this question.
Yes,
Also.
okay, it's an event, so it belongs to the movie. Any event, let it be the birth, let it be the death, let it be enlightenment, is in happenings, in the movie. And if you mistake one of those events for who you are, you're fucked because you are still in the movie.
me coming here, me having the urge to ask, or
all this is
all
in the
this.
dream. That's why one still searches, because he feels, I don't. And those who find, let's see where they find, in which land, in which planet they arrive. Still in the movie. What is realization if one could describe, you see? It's when the mind doesn't fool you anymore. The mind is still going on, fooling around, but you are not fooled by what it presents. So you must be somewhere else from where this can be played upon. And you are that where this can be played upon.
So then there's still the belief that I need to come and be here and follow the urge to come when that...
But you cannot do otherwise if you are still searching. Or just take it once for all. The search itself makes the movie, a particular one, and what I want to find is exactly from where this search comes from. I am that. I'm not the seeker who searches. That is an expression already.
But it seems like both are here, because...
What both?
It's like I see the surge coming and the urge coming, and there's this thing also that I cannot do anything to...
No, that's an
stop it.
understanding. That's an understanding. It's not us. If understanding both means duality again, no? So it's still an understanding or an experience. Yes. So, what is the next question? There must be a question after this. Ask a question after this. You have to ask a question, otherwise it means you don't want to be freed. I want to be liberated from all this, what you say, and I can't, and I'm still in the movie. If you don't ask this question, then you stay in the movie. You have to get this need, this urge. But it didn't come spontaneously. How come?
I don't know, because it seems like sometimes this doesn't make any sense, or this is not...
Yeah, but you take it lightly. Okay, it doesn't make sense. I still will go and take a tea afterwards.
No, it's not like that.
What does not make sense? It's true that the mind doesn't make sense. All the answers of the mind doesn't make sense. I agree. So?
Why there's still the belief in it as something?
No? Why you ask? Because then if you say why, you still want to understand this dream. You say how to be freed from it. That is a real question. Why means you are still interested to know more about this dream. Then you will remain in it.
How to be freed from
Yeah,
the
but
interest
this didn't
in it.
come from it. This didn't come from you. I suggest you. So tell me when it is your question. It's very easy to take things I tell you. Ask from you. You ask why. I say this is useless to ask why. Because then you will discover more and more, that's sure. If you want to be free, you will say, how to come out of that? Please help me, how? And then I will answer you, but not now. Yeah?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Yes?
How to get out of it?
The day you don't catch how will be a wonderful day.
I'm telling myself all the time, I'm dead. I'm be quiet and go to that.
No, it doesn't work. What works is what I tell you. Don't catch how. What remains?
Feel blank.
Don't catch blank. What remains? You see, you always think that yourself will be presented blank. No, what blank? It's the mind which has suddenly a state of blank, okay?
Yeah,
So, what's next?
Here.
Too much. Too much.
Happiness.
Ah,
That's obvious.
no, zero. No. Yeah, happiness in the mind, because it's relieved from the worry of before. The how is removed, wow, happiness. But then you are still in the mind. If I ask you, don't catch how, means don't catch from now any movement of the mind. Happiness is a movement. After happiness, I tell you, there will be something else.
Understand.
So spot the mind. That is the. If you want to do something, just do that. Spot the mind. Oh, it's the mind. The mind, the mind. You may say the mind for 3 days. After I tell you, you will be cured from that disease.
Thank you.
It's a bit early, but you don't want to save the satsang? Yeah.
No, not today.
Very good. Anything? No.
Carl said that it's possible to speak and to be quiet at the same time.
Listen. I will come to that, but it's very. So now I am commentator of. Okay, I don't mind. Okay, what is that?
But you said it also, and I guess they all said it,
And
that
just
it's possible to speak and be quiet at the same time.
then what is satsang?
Yes.
Do you think that I speak from my mind?
No, but I like to speak, so I would like to know if I can continue to speak and be quiet.
Realize yourself, and this will be automatic.
So be
Automatic apune.
But before that, I should try to be quiet also.
No, spot the mind.
But if I spot the mind and I don't talk, because this
Oh,
is
you
mine, so I don't
no,
know.
no, you can do in many ways. In many ways. Even when you relate with someone, oh, it's the mind. Doesn't matter. It's a. Then suddenly you will be, but what I'm doing, I'm completely mad here. Then, oh, that's also a comment of the mind. Yeah. No.
It's not about saying satsang.
No. We are very serious today.
Hello. Yeah, serious. When you say spot the mind, I was asking myself, mind is the ego, except
Why?
mind is the ego. Mind, except the mind, there is no me. It's everything is mind, everything. And
Except
who is
who
going?
I am.
Who is going to?
Who except who I am. Everything is the mind except who I am in reality.
But in movement, in action, it is the mind who is going to spot the mind.
Everything
Because
is the mind.
Because who am I? It's not moving. It's not doing anything. It's like.
Okay, but then forget about it. Then.
Okay.
Then forget. It was living because perhaps with the freedom alive of Ramana telling it, it was his thing to tell it. Maybe some power was going on there. Okay, doesn't work anymore.
Okay.
Forget about it.
Okay.
It can be also forgotten. It's in the history.
Okay, I found myself like a dog trying to spot his tail and just running. And,
But you see, if you spot the mind, where are you to spot the mind? To be able to spot the mind. That is interesting.
Exactly, but I couldn't. It's just movement.
But no. Where are you? Are you in a movement if you spot the mind? No. From where are you to be able to say, oh, I see that, I experience that, I don't know this, I know this, I. From where can you see this? You don't need to go anywhere. Otherwise you are in the mind. From where do you see this? From where do you see this? Don't try to see it. From where, I mean, don't try to see it. Just keep quiet from where you see it. That you are.
I have a feeling like being a character in the movie, trying to spot, to catch the character in the movie.
No, it's a bad translation of your mind. It's not true. If you spot the mind, whatever is done, you must be somewhere else, keeping quiet to see the movements of the mind. It's not a correct answer to say, oh, I spot and... No, it's wrong answer. And because of the wrong answer, It's a wrong, everything is wrong. It is still the mind when, for example, from noise, I'm fed up with all that, you go to peace. Oh, I am experiencing abiding in peace. That is the mind. But if you see, oh, that movement, I went there, now I go there, that's the mind. From where do you see that? You have to keep quiet where you always keep quiet to see that. And don't search. You are that from where you see that. And if there is any comment, it's the mind. Hmm?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Bas? One day, if you could say Bas, that would be nice, huh? Thank you.